the recent reports about the supposedly disrespectful behavior of the Chinese ambassador, no? Si Ambassador Wang, including his reported bullying of no less than the AFP chief, are you still comfortable with the envoy, and will the Philippine government ask China to recall the ambassador?
Well, he's the ambassador of China, so he will always state the Chinese position. Again, kung siguro akong personally ang pinag-usapan, maybe I'll be upset. But you're not talking about me, we're talking about the Philippines. So it doesn't serve any purpose for us to lose our temper or to overreact. So kung yan ang gustong ibigay sa atin ng ambassador ng China, eh wala naman hindi naman sa atin. I mean, kung talagang objectionable siya, you can make it known to Beijing. But I think Ambassador Wang is just doing his job. He's just doing his job. He's continuing to state the Chinese narrative. Of course, we don't agree with that narrative. But I cannot see him doing anything else. And so we just keep trying. We'll just keep trying. Because the truth of the matter is, kahit mapalitan na si Ambassador Wang, pareho pa rin ang sasabihin ng susunod na ambassador. Dahil yun ang linya ng China. So hindi nila titigil yan. So we have to, that's why we have to work around it. We cannot overreact. Yung mga iba nga napipikon, sabi ko, hindi naman tungkol sa atin to, tungkol sa Pilipinas ito. Eh kung magkamali tayo, hindi malaking gulo. So we don't want to go anywhere near that situation.
Pero follow up lang, Mr. President. But would you have wanted that the manner of asserting China's position be a little bit different? Kasi marami nagrereklamo dun sa kanyang way of doing his job. Of course.
I wish we had talked about it over the table as opposed to colliding with each other on each other's ships in the open sea. So, of course, I would have preferred a less confrontational method of trying to decide these things. So, but it is what it is.
Salamat po.
Yeah.
Magandang araw mga kabayan and welcome back sa aking YouTube channel, No Boundaries. So for today's video mga kabayan, si Pangulong Pbbm nagsalita na tungkol sa China. Ilang months na rin na may bangayan na tumitindi sa pagitan ng China at Pilipinas. Ayan, so pakinggan natin yung buong salaysay ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos patungkol dito. Ayan, kinorner po siya ng mga media sa mga inaasal ng China kung ano ba yung reaction niya, kung napipikon ba siya, kung kalmado pa rin ba siya, and etc. Ayan, so panoorin nyo ang video na ito mga kabayan hanggang dulo para po updated kayo sa nangyayari. Super mainit pong balita ito mga kabayan sa ating bansa. Ayan, ang pagitang China and Pilipinas. Ayan, so kumusta na po kaya ang relasyon ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at kay Ambassador Wang? Ayan. Tumutok po kayo dito dahil mapapanood nyo po ang buong detalye sa video ito.
So we're coming to the end of this trip, which was presumably, officially about the cooperation between Japan and ASEAN. We commemorated the 50th year of that relationship, and many subjects were spoken about, but it is very, very clear that Japan has a clear plan to be more involved in terms of the development of the economy of ASEAN, of the Indo-Pacific region, and certainly for the Philippines. And I have to say that our relationship with Japan has grown from strength to strength, whereas before, generally speaking, our discussions were centered around trade and ODA and JICA and JBIC and ADB. Now we have entered into other, mostly for infrastructure. Now we have entered into agreements that concern other areas. One of them, of course, is security. as Japan has the same concerns in China, in the China Sea. We are in South China Sea. Sila naman nasa North China Sea, and so we have some very similar issues, and the assistance that they are providing us, the partnership that they are providing us, will have a synergy to increase our capabilities in terms of defending the peace in the China Sea. So that has taken a very large that has now begun to occupy a very large part of the discussions between Japan and the Philippines. I just came now from another meeting with Japanese corporations, private sector partners, some who are already in the Philippines, some who are still thinking about coming into the Philippines, although most of them really have an involvement already. As kagaya na sinasabi ko sa inyo, hindi mo masyadong believe yung basta pirma ng MOU. So pinag-report namin sila kung ano na ba nangyari doon sa mga pinirmahan natin noong nakaraang Enero. So those are the main elements of that, and I'm happy to be able to say maganda naman ang takbo, at kung ano yung mga kanilang pinaplano. The Japanese generally are very efficient, so they are able to really stay within schedule in terms of their expenditures, in terms of their investment, in terms of their infrastructure development. From here, I will be going to visit His Majesty the Emperor and the Empress, Their Majesties, the Emperor and the Empress, and that will again give strength to our relationship between Japan and the Philippines, as they have been kind enough, Their Majesties have been kind enough to invite us to once again visit with them. I don't know if you know it, but the Philip Romualdez, the speaker's brother, was very good friends with the emperor, and they were together in Oxford. Together, sino yung kaibigan niya na ano? Yeah, yung anak ni Chief Justice, si Toto Fernandez, he was also, wala na si Toto, but they were very good friends, and the last time that we met, he was asking if he can get halo-halo. Kasi napakain daw ni Philip doon sa Philippine Embassy doon sa London. So I guess we will revisit some of that. All right,
Yes, sir.
let me open the floor.
Yes, sir. First question from Ms. Joyce Balancio of ABS-CBN.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, the decision of the two leaders to hasten the conclusion of the negotiations for the RAA, does it have something to do with the recent incidents over the West Philippine Sea?
No, it's been in the works for way before that. Of course, the incidents in the past couple of months has certainly sharpened our focus when it comes to that. But again, that's one of the things that I am looking forward to. That will be that will have a big multiplier effect to our capabilities. These are the kind of arrangements we are making not only with Japan, but also with other countries around China Sea in the Pacific region, and it has become a very important part of these trips that we take. That kahit na halimbawa, it is a plenary session, ang pinag-uusapan is climate change, kaya kung lapitan kung sino man and said, baka pwede natin pag-usapan tungkol dito sa security issues sa South China Sea. And this is one of the products of that. We also have the same kind of negotiations or discussions with many other countries. So we'll continue to do that para maraming tumutulong sa atin sa problema ang hinaharap natin sa South China Sea.
Sir, just to follow up, have we set a specific timeline on the finalization of the RAA?
I think both the Prime Minister and I agree ASAP. Lahat ito is as soon as possible. Yesterday, if not sooner.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Catherine Valiente of the Manila Times.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, may we get your comment on the reported presence of an extraordinary number of 11 Chinese vessels in Ayungin Shoal, and meron din na pong 27 other ships surrounding the shoal.
Yeah.
Is there a commitment from Japanese Prime Minister Kishida to help us in this kind of swarming incidents in our territory?
Well, of course, we are exerting all efforts, no? But we have to be very careful that we do not overreact, that we do not that we do not make mistakes that might be misinterpreted by anyone. Kailangan talaga maingat tayo dahil pag may nangyari ulit dyan, if we heighten the tensions, it won't lead us to a good result. So we are being very circumspect in the actions that we will take.
Thank you, sir. Alan Francisco, PTB4.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah. With the investments that we received from Japanese companies, how would you describe your visit here in Japan, sir, and how many business deals that we got?
Well, I think the number that was given to us today, just for those pledges. Pledge pa lang ito, but at least may opening na tayo. It was US. 9 companies, but to the value of 14 billion. Yeah. Sorry? Yes, pesos. But some of these are extensions of already existing contracts. Mag-expand lang sila ng operation nila. But the more important part is 200,000+ new jobs. That's also an enormous part of the, Actually, there are 2 parts today. So
Thank you. There are 2 parts today. The signing of new MOUs, that's 9 new MOUs with a total value of 14 billion pesos. But more importantly, about 20+ companies gave updates to the President today of their pledges from the trip last February. And on that part, we don't have the exact number today, but 169 billion pesos of actualized investments from the trip earlier this year.
Yes.
What sectors, sir?
Oh, various.
Oh, you name it.
Semiconductors,
Semiconductors, healthcare, of course, infrastructure. Ang presence ng Japanese sa infrastructure development is very high profile. But security, agri, ano pa bang napag-usapan natin? Filters, yes. Yeah, but many of these projects the investments that they're bringing in are not only for the Philippine market, they are also for foreign markets. So that will also improve our external balance of payments.
Thank you, sir. Alexis Romero, Philippine Star.
Magandang hapon, Mr. President. Given the recent reports about the supposedly disrespectful behavior of the Chinese ambassador, si Ambassador Wang, including his reported bullying of no less than the AFP chief, are you still comfortable with the envoy, and will the Philippine government ask China to recall the ambassador?
Well, he's the ambassador of China, so he will always state the Chinese position. Again, kung siguro akong personally ang pinag-usapan, maybe I'll be upset. But you're not talking about me, we're talking about the Philippines. So it doesn't serve any purpose for us to lose our temper or to overreact. So kung yan ang gustong ibigay sa atin ng ambassador ng China, Eh, wala naman hindi naman sa atin. I mean, kung talagang objectionable siya, you can make it known to Beijing. But I think Ambassador Wang is just doing his job. He's just doing his job. He's continuing to state the Chinese narrative. Of course, we don't agree with that narrative. But I cannot see him doing anything else. And so we just keep trying. We'll just keep trying. Because the truth of the matter is, kahit mapalitan na si Ambassador Wang, pareho pa rin ang sasabihin ng susunod na ambassador. Dahil yun ang linya ng China. So hindi nila titigil yan. So we have to, that's why we have to work around it. We cannot, we cannot overreact. Yung mga iba nga napipikon, sabi ko, hindi naman tungkol sa atin to, tungkol sa Pilipinas ito. Eh kung magkamali tayo, hindi malaking gulo. So we don't want to go anywhere near that situation.
Pero follow-up lang, Mr. President. But would you have wanted that the manner of asserting China's peace position be a little bit different? Kasi marami nagrereklamo dun sa kanyang way of
yes,
doing his
of
job.
course. I wish that we had talked about it over the table as opposed to colliding with each other on each other's ships in the open sea. So, of course, I would have preferred a less confrontational method of trying to decide these things. So, but it is what it is.
Salamat po.
Yeah.